talking, what's the word? Everything you never heard. We be talking, oh, we be talking.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of We Be Talking. Of course, I'm your girl Tamara, that's Sheikah, and that's my girl Kim. And we are here today with you for another juicy topic. But before we go into our juicy topic, please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe to our channel. We know you guys are supporting us, but subscribe. Without further ado, today's topic is, why do women cheat?
Oh, say
Ladies,
what?
why do women cheat? Why do we do it?
So we're gonna spill the
I
tea
want to know.
today.
Inquiring minds want to know.
We decided to do this particular video because we got so many people like, that's so one-sided. So we want to get over, why do women cheat? Why do men cheat? Why do children cheat? Why,
Why the dog cheat? Why the cat cheat? Why everybody cheat?
Well, I can kick us on off then and say why I think, and we can elaborate.
Okay, well, go right on ahead, Kim.
On the post today, it's so ironic. I can't even remember the girl name, so I'm sorry. I didn't give her no little shout out. But she said, of course, women cheat for love and men cheat for pleasure. I thought that was really good, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna be talking about that. So I'm gonna go back and find her name later, and then we'll shout her out. I think that was a good point because we do cheat for love or lack thereof if I ain't getting it at home,
right?
Or you know, like I said before, revenge. I definitely think a lot of women cheat to get back at the significant other or the person they with, because most times, not all the time, the men will cheat first. You know, and the women just like, oh, I've had it. You know, I've been all these relationships and nothing works. Nobody want to be, faithful. So they were like, hey, I might as well do it to them or do it before they do it to me. You know, a lot of times I think it's because of revenge or we've been hurt. Because hurt people, you know. So I think a lot of times it has to do with revenge, and men do it for pleasure, and women do it to get that love, that to fill that void, like we was talking about last time, that's missing. You know, whether it be from not having a father figure from a young age, not having that security, because that's what we need. We look for security. You know, if you can't take care of me, you can't assure my security is intact, I'm gonna find somebody that can. You know, I'm gonna probably lend the ear, I guess, to those people that, you know, like to talk a lot when you're around, you know, throw out their words a lot, and they're like, oh girl, you fine. One dude said, oh, drink your bath water. Like, oh, you know, but think about what that means, you know.
Okay.
What that mean?
You got to be a nasty something to drink somebody's bath water, first of all.
Oh, so you thinking about so you start thinking about, which leads me to my point. This dude drink my bath water. This dude drink my bath water. So he'll do all kind of things to me. He'll lift me from my roomie to my tootie.
Right. Oh. So you know how, and if you sit back and think about how nasty that is, or how raw and vivid that is, in the moment, you like, oh, you know, it's something like eye-catching, it's something like ear-catching. And it'll be like, well, dang, you know, if he'll do all that, what else would he do? I'm like, you know, and so a lot of times women don't hear those type of things on the regular. We don't hear that, you know, you're beautiful, you know, I'll do this for you, I'll do anything for you. You know, you don't hear that regularly, like in a regular relationship, you know, unless it's like the stages where, you know, where they trying to woo you and impress you. When you've been in the thing for like 2 years, 3 years, he ain't saying all that stuff no more. You know, so you feel like, well, he ain't saying it, he must not feel that way. You know, it's not validating you, but it's an affirmation. You know, one of my love language is words of affirmation. So every now and then, I need to know you're there, you know. I need to know your eyes, you know, or I'm doing it right, or I'm doing something right. Not it right, but that sounds real. I'm saying
and that too.
No. But what I'm saying is some people's love language is words of affirmation. And if you can't affirm that, if you can't bring about that security, a lot of women are take the first thing they hear and be like, you know what shoot, he said he'll do this, and I know he'll do that, so might as well. And then you end up in a whirlwind of stuff. You know,
Yeah.
Relationship.
Go ahead, Sheikah. What's your point?
I was like thinking because I knew we were gonna, touch on this topic.
Yeah.
Like last time we talked about, a lack thereof. That's what I said. But also your imagination, not being satisfied with what you got and then allowing yourself to start imagining or listening to other people's conversation when other people be lying, talking about they got this, he do this, he do that. Then you probably with somebody totally different from what you're hearing or what you did before you, like watching TV and seeing different things. Let me tell y'all something. Movies and celebrities would jack you up. They jack you up.
Oh yes. It's all the facade.
Yeah, it's that's what it's portrayed to be, right? And so you see this one thing and you start to feel like, oh, well, and start comparing. He don't do this, and he don't do that, and he don't do this. You know what I'm saying? And your imagination, what you think on, what you ponder on, you'll go after it. Anything starts with a thought.
Yeah.
I preached a sermon on that before. Y'all can look it up. But it starts with an idea. Anything. So I feel like what you think about, what you meditate on constantly, anybody will cheat from that. Like if you meditate on the shower head all the time, you go start cheating with the shower head. But
imagine that.
Y'all are horrible. Y'all are horrible. That goes with and I ain't trying to be graphic or nothing. That goes with porn too.
Oh, you cannot do porn.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You cannot do porn.
But yeah, that I mean you gotta know that your mind is gonna go somewhere if you're seeing some strange move or some contorted, your mind is gonna go somewhere.
Well, porn.
Your mind, in order for you to even do that, in order for you to achieve an orgasm, your mind has to go somewhere. It's not just your body; it's your mind, and you have to think to a certain. You have to just take your mind to a certain place.
I don't know about men because they just be like.
Well, men are. Well, we talking about women here. Men, the breeze could blow on them, and they ready to go.
Yeah.
But like for and it goes to masturbation too. You know what I'm saying? Like in order for you to even go there, you can't just masturbate and not think about nothing and climax. You have to think about something. You have to take your mind out somewhere, your imagination.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like that leads, to cheating for women.
Yeah.
Women, like what you think on, and that will create an issue. That'll create a habit in your life that I can't say if you don't want it or not, but ultimately I feel like that's not pleasure or being fulfilled, sleeping with everybody you could think of to sleep with. You know what I'm saying? That's the internal things that drive you to do things, and that will cause you to do things you never thought you would do, or cause you to do things and say, you know what? I'm not that type of person. I would never do that. But if you don't control what you're thinking, you would do any doggone thing. I mean, anything.
That made me think of something really funny. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Jamie Foxx had a stand-up thing. He was saying how the girl said, I don't usually do this. I don't usually do this.
But they do.
Said, man, you been eating Burger King.
Oh, God.
Girl, Kim, oh, my God. Oh my goodness.
It made me think of that when you said, you do stuff you don't normally do or whatever. Well, I do got a question. I got a question, and I'm legitimately asking this question. So, like you said, your mind got to go somewhere, right? What is the appropriate place for your mind to go?
What you mean?
What is the appropriate place?
No, when it comes to your mind, everybody's mind goes everywhere all the time.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm aware. I'm saying like, okay, if you're in a legit relationship, marriage, whatever. Normally you're thinking about your spouse, right? But for those people who
okay, I see where you're getting at.
You know what I mean?
It's inappropriate for you to be thinking about somebody else. Somebody else's spouse, or whatever.
Is that not what's happening though, right?
Right. You got to talk to your mind the same way you would talk to somebody that's doing something wrong, you be like, don't do that. Tear yourself down the inside. Nope, that ain't mine. You have to train it. It's a trainable muscle. Believe it or not, discipline is something you can work on.
Absolutely.
You out there giving that thing away, it might take a little time, you know, you might end up back in it. I'm talking to those who really don't want to do this and they find themselves in it, you know, habit all the time, cheating and cheating and sleeping with this one and sleeping with that one, and then dang. And sometimes, you know, you might like it. You know,
you're right.
Yeah, it's really like, yeah.
But let me ask y'all this: have y'all ever liked something in the moment, but hate you did it afterwards?
Yep.
Like, dang,
Absolutely.
But the pleasure keep driving you, but then after you like, dang, but you be like, oh, but dang, oh, but dang, oh.
It causes you to live in that regret. You live in that regret because in the moment, girl. But afterwards, you be like, oh, I said I wasn't gonna do that no more. Oh my God.
Right.
You know. But you know what? All those things come
Give me an example.
I'm dieting, right? And I'm like, dang, I ain't gonna eat that cheesecake in the refrigerator.
You would take the Safeway out.
Because I'm weak. I mean,
Kim trying to get candid.
What you want me to say? Like,
no, you good. You good.
Look.
Okay, let's go here before, because honestly, in my relationship,
Kim always see why Kim always do this. Kim always be riling something up, and she know me, and then she be like, "Oh no, Tamara, no."
I'm trying to get Tamara to talk. Then but no, we good.
No, go ahead, Tamara. We want to hear it.
What I was gonna say was all those things can stem from there's an underlying issue,
right?
Broken relationships. Somebody mentioned earlier, maybe your relationship with your father or whatever. But it's always, people don't just go out there and just do things like that. There's always an underlying reason why, you know, you do something you do. And if you haven't had a good example, you haven't had a good example of a good man starting from your father. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where it starts. That's where a little girl first knows and sees, you know, what a good man looks like. She sees how her father treats her mother and how he treats her, and he teaches her how she should be treated by a man, and she learns how to treat a man. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't have that, you are just going on winging it each day. And you go by your feelings, you go by your emotions. Somebody tell you you're beautiful. Oh my gosh, you're ready to do whatever they want. And because you don't hear that on a regular. So it stems from like broken relationship, brokenness. There's a lot of broken people out there.
Yeah. I agree.
I also think, and I'm gonna go here because, you know, we wouldn't be talking if we didn't go here. I also think that there's a spiritual side to it. Because
absolutely.
While you were talking, I was thinking about, I have a cousin that, you know, is in a relationship that we didn't grow up to, you know, her father, when I think about it, he was an example to me, even though my dad is an awesome man. But him and my mom divorced when I was very young. So I didn't have in the home how a man treat a woman type deal, right? But how he treat me was lovely. Hey, daddy. But my uncle, he was, I never heard him yell. And I'm not saying, I've never heard him yell at my auntie. He might look confused, like, what? Y'all gotta know Uncle Rock. Hey, Uncle Rock. He is.
Oh, hey, Uncle Rock.
Awesome.
No, right?
He is such an awesome example of how a man should treat a woman, regardless of whatever my auntie threw his way, good, bad, and different. It was he had such a mild way of handling it. I seen that. She's seen that. A couple of other people, they seen that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's also some other things, because the enemy has an agenda for each and every one of us. He has a plan. And what he does is he set little traps, and he know what you like, and he start to those lusts and things that you think on and things that you see, he plants seeds. And so I think that's another component that causes people to cheat. Majority of the
that is an interesting point that you made too, about seeing somebody else in the household. My household, I would say my mom, she was very, very, very strict, right? And so, hey, mama, she's very strict, and I think it's because she started so early, being having babies. She started early, huh?
What she started early doing?
She was giving that thing up early.
Hey, Cindy.
So
I hope your mama don't see this.
and
She
so
gonna cut you out.
she'll be fine. She'll be fine. But she sheltered me and my sister. And I say me and my sister because we had a brother too that was in the house, but she was hard on him too, but more relaxed once he got like teenage years.
That's
She
that
was
double standard
tougher.
when it comes to raising boys and girls.
Maybe that's something we need to talk about. How women treat their boys
Absolutely.
and their girls.
But the thing is, she was tough on him, but she wasn't as tough, on us. But what I was trying to say was, when you're raised in a house like that, and then you go out into the world, into society, you got all this freedom, so then you begin to experiment, the other sex. You get to experiment the freedom to do what you want to do, when you want to do, how you want to do it. So you can either go one or two ways. You can either be way out there,
right,
or secluded, to yourself. So I thank the Lord that, she did what some of the things she did. But on the other sense, it kind of like had us a little naive when it came to the things of the world.
reality.
What had you doing, Kim, when you left the house? What you did when you left your mama's house? What had you doing?
Honestly, no lie.
And don't be in here lying.
No lie.
Before you say something, we know we had thousands of conversations on what you did. So go on.
Not tell a lie.
Probably too. Absolutely.
No, for real. When I joined the military, that was my absolute first time, like being away from my mom's house, right? It was so bad that I would call home to say, "Hey, mama, can I go out?"
Right.
Now, mind you, my first duty station was in Guam. I'm from Georgia, so I'm calling all the way to Georgia asking permission
overseas.
To go out. Yeah, and there was a pajama party. I knew I wasn't feeling that because it was like lingerie party, But I was like, Mom, I'm invited to this party, I ain't never been invited to no party, Can I go? And she's like, I don't think you need to do that. My daddy in the background, like, girl, let that girl go do her thing, So it was either you all the way out there or you hone it in. You were me, I was afraid to do anything. It took a while for me to get out there and try to, I can date.
What happened when you got your feet wet?
No, that's what I want to know. So take us to when you got out there.
No.
We want to know.
No, we talking about you. You know what I'm trying to do? We be talking audience, or what we should call y'all, whatever. I'm trying to get Kim to break out this little shell.
I am not in the shell.
Wait a minute. This Kim, hush. When we be talking, Kim get on here and she's like, what? What do you mean? Absolutely not I. But no, I'm joking. I love Kim. I really do. But
you better not put my business out there like that.
I ain't gonna do it. I want to talk about an experience when I actually cheated.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I should. When I said that, my husband opened the door.
We got 911 and feed that.
Y'all stay close by. No, but I did. I actually cheated once, and I want to talk about like why I did it. Now, mind you, this was before marriage.
Yeah.
And I have to choose my words carefully. But when I did cheat, what caused me to do that was I was trying to get his attention.
Yeah.
That was my main thing. Like, okay, maybe if I do this, or if he noticed this, but in doing so, not knowing that would lead to other things, I started all for this guy. Now, mind you, I got kids by my husband. Man, I was just like, I was like, it was new. It was different. I had been with Dane since high school. This guy was much older, and he a little bit different. Things were a lot different. And so
yes,
it was a thrill. It was new. And it was new, and it was, not being over here, not letting him know what I'm doing. And I did it
sneaky with it.
Yeah, I was being real sneaky.
It was the potential.
I got caught. He worked. He found out about it, went to the dude's house, knocked on the door.
Trouble.
Trouble. Yeah, I don't cheat because it was bad. But anyway, with all that being said, the reason why I did it, I was trying to get his attention. And by this time, I think we had only been together about a year, maybe a year or two. We had the kids, so it probably was a year. I got pregnant early after we started, you know. But
Amen. Amen.
You know, it's like the Lay's potato chips. Once you pop, it don't stop. I started looking for that you know, that thrill. So once that was over, I wanted to do it again. I didn't get the opportunity because I started, you know, just started meditating on the Lord. The Lord caught me somewhere in between leaving that guy and trying to find the next thrill. So it never happened, but I see that it was going to create something. It stirred up something. I just want to just keep, you know, throwing that thing around in a circle because I would have been whole. I really would have. The Lord loved me. So, I mean, he was always, but I made a choice. I made a choice not to live that life, but
yes,
I had, you know, a little hole in me. It was. Mm-hmm.
So let me ask y'all a question. These two things are bad. I think these are two things that women do when they're in either broken relationships. They're in relationships that they're not getting what they feel like they want. Cheating is bad, right? Mm-hmm. What about when you stay in that relationship? You're not cheating, but you stay and you're just staying. I mean, which is better? It's like which is the better of the two evils? What would you do? Would you stay or would you cheat? Like,
it depends on the relationship. It depends on. Okay, so it depends on what it is. And here's my thing when it comes to married people. I try my best not to judge married couples because you know, I try not to be like, well, why she still with him? Unless he beating the snot out of her and everybody can see her eye black and, you know, and let me get something straight. No abuse is okay. Mentally, physically, emotionally, none of that is okay. But I try my best, you know, to allow married people to handle married people business and not stay in it. But I think you do more harm and detriment when to yourself, you know, when you stand in something that is 100% no good for you. Yeah. That all leads back to you not knowing who you are. You value what he puts out to you so much till you allow that, and that's what you feed off of. You value that abuse. If you were more confident in who you are, if you didn't have low self-esteem, if you knew who Jesus Christ was, you know, I don't think you would stay in it.
Exactly.
Like you said, you value it. You also, as a woman, we are naturally incubators. You incubate it. You hold it in. And when you get ready to give birth to it,
eat it like a baby.
Come on now, you're going to give birth to that bitterness, to that heartache, and then you're going to start doing your own thing. Probably worse. Yeah. The enemy then got you right where he wants you at. So there's no need to stay in a relationship where you're miserable. You're not getting what you need as far as, you know, a wife or, you know, a partner or whatever. You're not getting what you need. It ain't the best thing is not to cheat. I mean, that ain't the best thing to do because now you both wrong. You know what I mean?
Right.
You both in a situation where you got to give an account for it. You have to give an account for it. Bible talks about it, you know, giving an account for that. So it's like, I'm with you. I would never tell somebody to leave them, cut them off, do that because that's not my place. I don't think that. I mean, our job is to live a life before people,
right?
In certain situations, and if we come through a situation like we've been through this as a husband and wife, then I can, you know, give you how we got through it through Jesus Christ. You know, I won't. I'm trying not to give you my opinion all the time about things, but if I've overcome through Jesus in a situation, then it's my job to say, hey, this is what we did. This is how we overcome. Not be so tore up or so embarrassed that you cannot help the next person. You know, but definitely I would not stay in a relationship where I'm miserable because I'm going to incubate it. And when it comes out, I'm going to give you all of it.
And then if you got kids, you're showing them
the example.
This is what you do. And what it does to children is it either makes them run towards something like that, or two, hate it, despise it so much, so they go opposite extremes. You know, you wonder why people have so many different extremes in their lives is because of that. But I feel like neither aspect is good.
Good,
but, you should not just,
you know what? You guys both said that you wouldn't tell somebody to leave, and I agree. The only instant in where I would tell a woman to leave is if that man putting his hand on you, he beating your tail, leave.
What is it about women that are abused? And I know this ain't got nothing to do with women cheating, but that are abused and they stay. They feel like
fear.
Yeah, and it says the mental.
It has to be fear. They fear for their lives, or they fear that they can't do it on their own. If they leave, how they gonna live? Where they, how are they gonna survive? So they feel like they have to take that abuse to go with whatever that man is providing for them.
That's a good
fear.
And most of the time, if they're abusing them physically, they've already mentally abused them. So mentally, they probably think, I can't do better. What he said is true. Yeah. Say what else?
A whole lot of psychological damage comes from that. You have that same physically abusing somebody is almost the same as sexually abusing like a child. It's like you have them psychologically already. It's like you got them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people that do that do. People that do stuff like that abuse people, make it a habit to abuse people, whether it be verbal abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, or whatever. What they do is it's like they prey on you. They know that there's a weakness or something, and they just hone in on that weakness and they prey on you till they got you. And that's what they do. They know what they do. They know what they do.
Well, for anybody out there that's going through that, we are here to listen, to be an ear, to be whatever you need us to be. We're not just talking. We do be talking, but we can listen as well. So if you need that support, we're here.
Yeah, we have a lot of experience. We get on here and we joke and we laugh and we talk. That's just how we are. Our relationships. That's the the naturalness of our relationship. But between the three of us, we've had a lot of life experiences. Some of them you wouldn't even believe, and we're not going like down the show right now to go into that. That'll be another show. But some of the things that we've been through collectively, you wouldn't even believe.
Right.
So.
And you need a good group of friends, good group of people that you can talk to, I encourage people like that to get a support system, to get a buddy, an accountability buddy to keep your mental in check, to keep your physical, even if because a lot of people that's getting beat, they don't want to tell nobody to get beat,
Right.
If you got somebody close to you, I can't come on this show and just got beat up and y'all not know about it. You know what I mean? Because
we don't know. First off, you're going to be the one that can beat up. It'll be running. Like, girl, I just
like, look, I need to put your coins together. Say I'm coming.
Yes,
absolutely. That's right.
No,
absolutely.
I'm absolutely grateful that I haven't been in a relationship like that.
So back to why women cheat. I think that's all we had.
I mean, what? How many more reasons you need?
Had so much to say
we
about
are
why
women.
men
We
cheat.
are simple, huh?
Wait a minute.
So much to say on why men cheat, and when it comes to women, we're like, this is why, and that's it.
Because who you finna out? Look, who gonna out themselves? I guarantee you, men got on here. They have all kind of good things to say about why they. Anyway,
real. Women, we simple. Like, give me some security. You know what I'm saying? Rub my feet every now and again.
We don't ask for much.
Well, I know. Well, what about if the guy was he wasn't giving her like emotional support? I was just gonna say, I know somebody who was getting like financial and and security. They had somewhere to stay. They go run after. They turn the trash can over and scrape it. Okay, that's the kind of person they ran after to leave their husband for. And then. I'm just saying, anyway.
Oh my goodness!
But I decide I regress because if I go forward, y'all gonna be picking up what I'm now. And
I'm already know what you putting down. But while you over there talking about that person, I'm just sitting here waiting on my kingdom.
I'm so done. I'm so done with y'all. So what y'all trying to say is women cheat up and men cheat down?
No, she cheated down. Women don't always cheat up either. Because
No,
what
you
happens,
right.
they let emotions lead them to something that's down. Because they can't
Yes.
see, they ain't took the time to see. It look like it's up. But when they get in it, it's all the way down.
But you know what we like to do as women? We love to look at potential.
Yeah.
We love to look at, we can see somebody's potential, even if that potential is 10 years down the road, you can see it right here today.
Yeah.
And we love to look at the potential of a man and be like, okay, well, this he could be this. And we want to nurture it, girl.
Maybe he got that good wood. He knocking it
Right.
down.
So you can't see
They ain't
nothing
got
else. You're
nothing
blind.
else. You're like, girl, but let me tell you something. When he get down, girl, these legs be shaking. Tamara edited that part.
I'm gonna leave it right in there. This
dude didn't have no car, no job. He stayed in her house, right? He would drop her off at work, right? In her car, go back to her house or do whatever he doing. But I mean, it must have been gold at the tip.
Not just the tip.
Maybe the whole shaft was gold.
That's what I'm saying.
It had to be.
I'm gonna need more than that. I'm gonna need more than a golden tip to be doing all that.
Somebody great. I had a great person say, I think it's one of my past. She said, please don't give him what she say? Don't let him lay in your grave and ain't bringing no rice. The least you can do is let them bring some rice. If you're cheating, think about what you're doing right here. Now let us help you a little bit.
You ain't paying no bills. You ain't paying no
Let me say, cheating is wrong altogether. But if
But
you out there doing it and you ain't getting nothing from it but a wet behind, you know that wet behind feel like get up.
That's bad business.
Then come on, you don't want nothing but a wet butt. You gotta go and
a wet butt
to help you out. You need more than a wet
you
butt.
Keep that in.
Wet. Oh no, y'all don't like wet. So y'all ain't none of y'all experienced a wet butt before?
What you say?
I know what you're talking about.
Said that's the worst thing.
Absolutely.
Have you ever had a wet butt, Karen?
I don't even know why I let you tell me into that.
I'm like, of course I've had a wet butt.
The moral of the story is don't cheat. It's not worth it. If you're in a relationship where you're not getting what you want and you don't feel like waiting, or that person's not growing or not, fulfilling the basic needs of what you want, it's just maybe it's time to move on to something else. Now, if you're married, it's a different story. For married people, for boyfriend and girlfriend, it's easy. Go and find you another boyfriend, whatever. Find you another girlfriend, whatever. But for married people, it's a little bit more complicated than that. There's more work. You got to put more work in, put more effort in to see if it could work out. You know what I'm saying? Don't just throw in the towel and try to get you another one. It doesn't work like that with a marriage. So, well, I know we here laughing and joking. We do not advocate for cheating. We're just, having this conversation.
Right.
Yeah, because we ain't trying to fight tonight, right? She
good.
No, I don't want to cheat. Look, that put me in too much emotionally. Had me all wrapped up. I didn't know if I could stay with my kids. They need their daddy. They need their daddy in life, but I love this guy, and it was a lot, girl. It was a lot.
Right. Come on now.
But I ain't got time. I ain't built for cheating. I'll just leave you before I do that. I can't do it. But what I will say is,
I'm not now.
I lost my train of thought. But what I will say is, I'm gonna wait on my kingdom.
Not kidding.
No, but honestly, what I will say is, y'all go ahead and like and subscribe. Click that notification button so you'll know when we post, right? And then leave a comment. All of these people that comment to us, like, oh, the show is good. We like this, we like that. Even if you don't like, leave a comment so we know you're watching. But leave a comment below. Leave us a comment. Let us know. Put it on the page, right? And do us a favor. Do us a favor and subscribe. I know we got more people watch the show than subscribe because we could be having all this
Absolutely.
watch and then we have this little subscribe and all this. Why you wasting your time? Why you wasting your time like that? Because you know you like us. You know it. You know it. Shoot.
Well, here's the thing. We just asked them. So we asked them this question. The first 5 people to answer this question, why do they think women cheat? And we're talking about men. 5 men, the first 5 men that can answer, why do they think women cheat? I got a gift for them. First 5 people.
Wait a minute. We don't know if we're gonna give y'all no gift or not, because we ain't talk about this. Because Kim might try to give y'all a gift and then ask me and Tamara to put in on it, and we ain't talk about it.
I got this.
We're gonna give y'all a gift. We're gonna give y'all a gift. We're gonna give y'all
For real, but you gotta be a subscriber and you have to have liked the show. So first 5 males. First 5 males.
Kim give out.
Listen, guys, like I said last week, we're trying to reach a goal of 100 subscribers by the end of the month. We can still do it. It's just the middle of the month and we're almost there. So we're asking for your help. We know that we give you good content and you like it, as many inboxes as we receive. We know y'all like it. So go ahead and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tamara might be the gift we're giving out, guys. So come on.
No, ma'am.
No. You don't know who's gonna be on there liking it. Could be somebody.
So the first 24 hours, in 24 hours, the first 5 men, okay? I had to put a time limit on it because they'll be like a month from now. No.
I'm trying to get
24 hours, the first 5 men, you got a gift coming.
Tamara?
Tamara got the prize. Yana ain't gonna play me.